Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about the brief history of everything. You will ask, why should I talk about world history in a series of videos about religion? The reason is that religion is one of the many phenomena that human civilization has given birth to in its historical course. It should be noted that all chronological references in this video are approximate and not accurate. This is because not all scientists agree on the exact dates of historical periods. We start with the so-called Big History, that is, the history of the universe. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. Our planet, Earth, was created about 4 billion years ago, while man was first separated from other species of apes only 2 million years ago, a minimum time in relation to the universe and the Earth. When we say human civilization, we mean the very sophisticated organization of life among human settlements, which makes people exercise power over the earth rather than be ruled by it. So, human civilization was first created about 7,000 years ago by the melting of the ice of the catastrophic ice age in 4 regions of the world that became particularly fertile due to the large rivers that formed there: Mesopotamia, Egypt, India, China. The discovery of land cultivation and the discovery of writing played a key role in the genesis of civilization. From the 8th to the 4th century BC, the Axial Age appeared, a time in which great religious figures such as Lao Tzu, Confucius, Buddha, the prophet Isaiah, Pythagoras, and Socrates appeared. Also, in the same period, democracy and ancient Greek philosophy were born in classical Greece. The Hellenistic Era, after the death of Alexander the Great, mixed Asian and European cultures and prepared the period with the greatest impact on humanity to date, the Roman Empire. Among other things, then the Christian religion was founded and consolidated. After 476 BC and the fall of Rome, the Roman Empire was inherited by 4 other Romes, 4 great political powers: the Byzantine Empire, the Pope of Rome, the Holy Roman Empire of the German nation, and the State of Moscow. These 4 superpowers have so far determined the course of world civilization. From the 7th century AD, Arab Islam spread throughout Asia Minor, North Africa, and the Iberian Peninsula. At the same time, the horrifying Mongols and the Ottoman Turks obstruct the Silk Route. Then, the Christian kingdoms counterattack through the Crusades and the reconquest of the Iberian Peninsula. China is also becoming a unified state, defending itself against the Mongols. The period of 1,000 years between the 5th and the 15th century in Europe is called the Middle Ages, and roughly lasts from the conquest of Rome by the hordes of barbarians until the conquest of Constantinople by the Ottoman Turks. This period, at first, characterized by a large lack of education of the majority of the population and by several expressions of religious intolerance. Nevertheless, important centers for the development of knowledge were created then, mainly by Muslims, Jews, and Christian clergy, who flourished in the fields of theology, philosophy, and science. The period of the European Renaissance follows, which is characterized by a sharp shift in the study of ancient Greek and Latin literature and the flourishing of art. The end of 1,000 years of the European Middle Ages is marked by three major developments: the fall of the Byzantine Empire, the discovery of the American continent by Spanish and Portuguese seafarers, and of course, the invention of typography. These events lead directly to the Protestant Reformation under Martin Luther, in which almost a third of the faithful of the Catholic Church became independent and now constitute a large group of smaller churches, collectively called the Churches of the Reformation. This is followed by a series of bloody religious wars between the Catholic and Protestant European states, most notably the 30 Years' War in the 17th century, which greatly changed the map of Europe. The discovery of America was followed by extensive colonialism and the flourishing of the slave trade. Four great naval empires are created, which dominate the world trade: the Portuguese, the Spanish, the Dutch, and the British Empire. The years that followed brought about a huge change in world society, the so-called modernity. Societies are now based mainly on rationalism and less on ancient local traditions. The historical events that lead to this global change are the Industrial Revolution, the French Revolution, the founding of the United States of America, and the Declaration of the Human Rights. The 19th century is marked by the Napoleonic Wars, the fall of most of great empires, and the formation of many national states. These developments lead to three other events with global impact: the First World War, the dissolution of the Ottoman Empire, and the Bolshevik Revolution in Russia, which is now transformed into the Soviet Union. The big changes follow like dominoes. In the middle of the 20th century, we have the economic crash, which leads to the horrifying Second World War, the Holocaust of the Jews, and endless atrocities against humanity. The end of the war finds humanity divided into two major camps: the NATO countries and the many communist states, which compete with each other during the so-called Cold War. At the same time, the State of Israel was created, which clashed fiercely with the Arab states. The last decades, from 1990 to the present, have been characterized by advanced globalization, the rapid use of internet use, nuclear and ecological risks, and an ongoing global economic crisis. Although the predictions of the future are not certain, the following is expected. Our planet, Earth, will live a few more billion years until it is destroyed as a result of the extinction of the sun. Until then, human life will be threatened many times by causes of nuclear, climate, or other natural disasters. All of the above lead us to the following conclusions. First, our world is made up of many areas of civilization, such as economics, politics, technology, science, the arts, literature, religion, and philosophy. Also, the last 3 centuries are characterized by an explosion in the speed of social change. In addition, our planet is now transformed into a single whole, a single human family, through the process of globalization. Another conclusion is that the end of the Earth is not going to happen in the near future, as people often tend to think. Finally, the world's religions are just one of many manifestations of diverse human civilization. Thanks for watching. If you like our efforts, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell button so that all our notifications come to you. Also, find us on social media that are written below in the description of the video. And write your comments, because your opinion is very important for us. Thank you very much, and until the next video, take care.